Does anyone have a question? Something very interesting happened today, and it really shows me the way, the universe works. Things happen unexpectedly. And, I went to the Tibet house in New York, and I wanted to donate a book and I wrote to the library. And I have a friend who either works there or used to work there. And I asked for her, and she wasn't there. And I met a guy in the hallway, and this was so interesting. I had no idea who he was, and he said to me, "How can I help you?" I said, "I have this book I've written. I would like to donate it to your library." So he took a look at the book. He didn't even open it, and he looked at me and he said, "How would you like to give a talk here?" And I was almost taken back. And I said to him, "Yeah, sure." And then he went, "Yeah, I would, this." He was just looking at the cover of the book, and he said, "Yeah, how would you like to? I really would like you to give a talk here if you can." And it's amazing how life works. It just works in very strange ways that we never understand and absolutely don't make any sense. Turned out the guy is the executive president of the Tibet House, who I met in the hallway. I mean, I used to know his father actually years ago when I ran an antique gallery. His father used to come into my gallery, used to bring me clients all the time. And so we started talking, and I said, "Look, I'll get back." He gave me his card. "I'll get back to you, and we'll set this thing up." So it's very interesting. Life works in so many ways that are beyond the human understanding. It just works somehow. And then I keep saying this, it's so important for us to recognize these things and then make them palpable, make them pragmatic, in helping us to work out karma and attaining certain ends in this world. And as always, positive is followed by negative, and then something happened that was, oh shit. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters is growth, inner growth, development of chakra system, building yourself so you can deal with whatever goes on in your life. And it doesn't throw you for loops, and you recognize how the universe teaches you and guides you. And, all these experiences are like markers on a road that's going up a mountain. And they just, telling you how to move forward. And we all have them in our own unique ways. Does anyone have a question?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that piece as far as when something good happens? Uh, it'll many times is followed by something not that's bad, but that's the flip side of it. Can you elaborate on it?
Well, energy manifests in the world, positive and negative. That's how energy manifests. And mostly we see the world through our minds, and our mind is in constant conflict and dealing with positive and negative energy. So when positive things happen, oh my God, our hearts open and it's great, wonderful. And negative things happen, we get all crazy, you know? We get depressed, we get unhappy. Is it going to go on forever? Never goes on forever. It's just a test. And the realization is very simple, you know? Energy that comes into us from a higher nature. You call it Shakti, just call it spiritual energy, whatever you want to call it. That energy is neither positive or negative. It's just energy. It's pure energy that emanates from the fountainhead of all creativity. It comes into human beings and it becomes positive or negative because people function in their lives that way. So it's up to us to build a system inside that really is strong enough to transform both positive and negative into pure energy. Energy that guides our life, that guides us to spiritual enlightenment, that helps us to succeed in life and to have wonderful lives, and above everything else on this planet, to just be a happy person. So, people say, well, God created all this, but it was created through human beings. And human beings are an alphabet soup of positive and negative. So their worlds manifest that way. And the deeper you work on yourself, and the more you open and the stronger the chakra system is, and the more you're centered and balanced, and the mind is quiet, and all this stuff that I go on and on about forever. As soon as you begin to master that stuff, you can use that energy, and it really creates a wonderful life for a human being. Understand, the first thing it'll do is it'll open your heart. And then positive and negative just vanish. They just vanish. The heart is open. So I learned years ago that anything positive that happens in my life is going to be followed by something negative. Anything negative that happens in my life is going to be followed by something positive. And I've lived with that kind of understanding most of my life, or at least early on meeting Rudy, I learned this. So when I have negative things, they're just telling me, Stuart, there's something negative in yourself that you need to transform, that you need to turn into chi, turn into an open heart, and stop. Don't get depressed, don't get unhappy, just do that inner work and fix. It's telling you, you have to fix yourself. And if you fix yourself, that type of negative experience will just vanish. And of course, there's always going to be another one because people, as long as they're on this planet, are going to be full of positive and negative. But doing this meditation teaches us to master that chaos and not to be driven crazy by it. We're no longer intimidated by positive or negative growth. People are intimidated by having to change. And I know the energy of this meditation, especially in the last few months, has really gone through a major change. It's gone much deeper, it's profounder, and these classes are probably 10 times stronger than I can ever remember them being. And, and it's going to create positive vibes. It's also going to have you tap all the negativity in yourself that's going to come up. And you're going to have to deal with both of them. And if you learn how to deal with both of them and level out the playing field, You begin to master the chaos, and then you can deal with positive and negative. I mean, there's a wonderful section of Handel's Messiah. I always used to love it. Every mountain and every valley, every hill and every plain. They're singing, the crooked made straight, in the rough places. I mean, it was incredible. It's exactly what they were talking about in the Bible, what I'm talking about now. The crooked made straight, the rough places plain. And when you know how to develop chakras, you can do that. You can transform the negative, you can transform the positive into pure energy, the energy that connects you to what's infinite in the universe, and allow that infinite energy to guide your life. I hope it's clear what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Stuart. Very good.
You're welcome, Bob. Now we got to do it. That's the hard part. Making it something practical. Meditation is bullshit unless you can make it practical in your life. And I shouldn't say that. I've been teaching meditation for 50 years now. You got to make it a practical living experience. Then it has real purpose. Does anyone else have a question they would like? Yes, Aileen.
Hi.
Hi.
When okay. When you say that the meditation is deeper now, why is that happening?
I don't know. Ask God, Aileen. I don't have an answer to that. It's just, look, first of all, I published this book, and this book is a truly profound, study of meditation in life. And it's coming up in this class. It's the next step in my life to see what happens in my life because of that publication. And it's forcing me to go deeper inside, to open more, to build a stronger system inside. And there's a lot of things. I mean, in meditation, you don't just level off. You don't get satisfied. You have to keep breaking yourself down. God is infinite energy in the universe. Human beings create satisfaction. And you have to keep breaking so you can keep getting closer and closer to that perfection. And thank God we never reach that perfection because you continue growing to the last moment of your life. And then the soul moves on and it continues that process of growth and evolution. So all my life, no matter what I've attained, I have to break it down. It's not the end. It's just another step on the ladder in spiritual growth. And it doesn't make things easy because, we like to, it's enough already, but it's never enough already. And then you build a very strong inner life that enables you to do three things I keep telling everybody. First of all, you can make every mountain and valley straight in your karma. Understand, things don't upset you the way they used to upset you before. You don't waste energy on illusion, on Maya. You just do it. Do it consciously. And the second thing is you're strong enough to take in the spiritual energy. Now, spiritual energy is not for weak people. I mean, it's energy that is infinite in the universe. As I've said 1,000 times already, in the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna reveals himself to Arjuna, it's that the light of 1,000 suns suddenly appeared in the sky. It's great poetry, but it's also the power of infinite energy in the universe. You need to be very strong in order to ingest that kind of energy. And it makes, the closer you get to it, the stronger you become, which enables you to work out your karma and then activate Kundalini, which is the pathway to enlightenment. All of this is a building process that takes place in a human being. And the moment you think you got to be perfect is the moment when it all falls apart. The moment you accept your limitations and say, I am willing to grow past them, I'm willing to build me inside and do what I have to do to serve a higher energy in this world, then the growth continues. The chakra system gets stronger. But each step, not easy. Understand, you got to get over yourself. But when you get to be able to live with an open heart, with love, with joy, when your day is full of laughter, when your day is full of wonderment, it's terrific. I hope that's clear. And don't be afraid of it. This is an adventure. The greatest adventure in life is the voyage through oneself. That is the ultimate adventure that any human being can go on. Does anyone else have a question?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love to see that smile you have, Aileen. It's just great. It lights up. Keep smiling, dear. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, look, when I started this Zoom stuff here, I couldn't talk like this. The lectures were very different. The talks were very different. It's a whole new dimension. It's a whole new dimension. And it's not only demanding that I grow, but everyone coming to these classes have to grow, or they're just going to fall away. But the teachings are getting so rich and deep that I'm astonished myself by what comes out of my mouth. It's not me talking, it's Rudy, it's Nityananda, it's higher energies that are talking. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, if there are no more questions, then thank you. And God bless you all, and let life be wonderful and simple and delicious and fun. God bless you all. Thank you.
Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you so much, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.